Hello, this is Pastor Brian Anderson. We have another devotional today from Matthew chapter 9. We're going to be looking at verses 18 to 35. You might want to stop this video and read that passage first. It's a little bit lengthy, but I'll just give you a quick overview of it. So in this passage, we find Jesus providing help to certain people that had no hope. The first situation is a synagogue official whose daughter had just died. She was only 12 years old. He believes that if Jesus will come and lay his hands on her, then he would be able to revive her. Second situation is a woman that was suffering with a hemorrhage of blood. She had been suffering with this for the last 12 years. She had spent all of her money on doctors and they had not been able to help her. The third situation were two blind men. And then the fourth situation was a mute, demon-possessed man. So what all of these different situations had in common was there was no human remedy for their problems. Humanly speaking, their situation was hopeless. However, there was hope in Jesus. In verse 35, it says, Jesus was going through all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness. So, although these situations were humanly impossible to deal with, nothing is impossible with God. The one thread we find woven throughout all of these stories is the faith of the person suffering. For example, in chapter 9, verse 18, it says, "Come and lay your hand on her and she will live." So the synagogue official was expressing his faith in the power of Christ. In chapter 9, verse 22, Jesus said to the woman with the hemorrhage of blood, "Daughter, take courage. Your faith has made you well." And in chapter 9, verse 28, Jesus said to the two blind men, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" They said to him, "Yes, Lord." So faith is the key when these people are embracing these humanly impossible situations. There's nothing they can do to solve their problems, but they're putting their faith in Jesus Christ, and Christ comes through again and again. So, my friends, we are going to find ourselves in humanly impossible situations at various times throughout our lifetime. The only thing and the best thing we can do in those situations is to place our faith and our trust in Jesus Christ. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that Jesus is going to fix every serious problem in the way that we want him to. He's sovereign, he's wise, but our responsibility in those situations is to come to him and to simply trust him. Leave the results in his sovereign and wise hands. He loves you. He knows what is best for you. So trust him even when it is difficult and painful and you are suffering. Trust him with the results. I hope that encouraged you today. Maybe some of you are facing humanly impossible situations. Come to Jesus. Put your faith in him. He knows best. May God richly bless you.